Alright, what it is, people, it's your boy Yu-Gi-Oh. We back with another video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. We are on the road to 1,000 subscribers. Make sure you share this to all your friends. Also live streams every Saturday. But we are here with this Fiendsmith Memento deck profile, top 16 Ycs Sacramento. Basically, I love seeing different decks in the format rise and top, and also the Memento cards are very, very powerful, and I'm glad that we are able to display them and, you know, piloted by a really good player. Shout out to Cliff and Lang who piloted this deck. But top CS Ycs Sacramento, let's get into the deck profile. So we have a 40 card main deck. We play one Memento Tachulika combined creation. Let's read this card. 5,000 attack, 5,000 defense, cannot be normal / set, must be special summoned from your hand or graveyard by shuffling 5 other Memento monsters with different names from your hand or deck into the deck / graveyard. While you control no other monsters, this card can attack all monsters your opponent control each once per turn. That is very, 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 very crazy. Can your opponent control once each. Once per turn, if your opponent activates a card or effect, you can special summon one Memento monster from your hand or graveyard. So we play one of these. Then we play 2 Memento Anguish. If this card is normal or special summon, you can add one Memento monster from your deck to your hand. Except Memento Anguish, you could target one level 2 or lower Memento card in your graveyard, destroy one Memento monster you control, and if you do, special summon a target monster. You can only use each effect of the Anguish once per turn. So we play 2 of these. Then we play 3 of the Memento Dark Blade. If this card is no more special summon, you could discard one Memento card, then target one spell / trap your opponent controls, destroy it. During your main phase, you can destroy one Memento card you control, and if you do, special summon one level 3 lower Memento from your deck. You can only use each effect of Memento Dark Blade once per turn. So play 3 of these. 3 Memento Tachu no Shigo. If you do not control any face-up monsters other than Memento monsters, you can special summon this card from your hand. During your main phase, you could destroy one Memento monster you control and send any number of Memento monsters with different names from your deck to the graveyard, whose total levels are less than or equal to the destroyed monster's original level. You can only use each effect of Memento Tachu no Shigo once per turn. We play 1 Memento Galactic. If this card is no more special summon, you can target one Memento card in your graveyard except Memento Galactic, add it to your hand. If this card is sent to the graveyard by Memento monster effect, you can special summon this card. You can only use each effect once per turn. 1 Memento Goblin. Let's read the Goblin. During the main phase, you control Memento combined creation quick effect. You can discard this card. For the rest of the turn, your opponent cannot target Memento cards you control with card effects. During your main phase, you can destroy one Memento monster you control, and if you do, send up 2 Memento cards with different names from your deck to the graveyard, except Memento Goblin. You can only use each effect once per turn. Memento Mace. During your opponent's main phase, if you control a Memento Tachulika combined creation quick effect, you can discard this card, then target one face-up monster your opponent control. Take control of it until the end phase. During your main phase, you can destroy one Memento monster you control, and if you do, add one Memento card from your deck to your hand, except Memento Mace. You can only use each effect once per turn. 1 Memento Sleepy. During the turn a monsters in your possession was destroyed by card effect, quick effect, you can special summon this card from your hand. If this card is normal or special summon, you can fusion summon one Memento fusion from your extra deck using monsters from your hand or field. If this card is destroyed with battle card effect, you can send one Memento card from your deck to the graveyard, except Memento Sleepy. You can only use each effect once per turn. We play 1 Fabulary. When this card is discarded to the graveyard, special summon it. Then we play 3 Fiendsmith Engraver. This card has warped the format so much, but it's very, very good engine. Fiendsmith Engraver. You can discard this card, add one Fiendsmith spell / trap from your deck to your hand. You can target one Fiendsmith equip card you control and one monster on the field. Send them to the graveyard. If this card is in your graveyard, you can shuffle back one of the light monster from your deck into the deck / graveyard, special summon this card. You can only use each effect of Fiendsmith Engraver once per turn. So we play 3 of these. 3 Nibiru the Primal Being. 3 Ash Blossom Joy Spring. We need the hand traps. 3 Effect Veller. We play 1 of the Memento Field Spell. If your Memento monster battles, your opponent cannot activate any spell / trap until the end of the damage step. If a monster you control is destroyed by battle or card effect, you could target one of those monsters, special summon one Memento monster with the lower level from your hand or graveyard. You can only use each effect once per turn. Once per turn during your end phase, you could target one Memento spell / trap in your graveyard, set it. Then we have 3 Memento Bone Party. Destroy 1 Memento monster in your hand or face up field. Take 1 Memento monster from your deck with a different name and either add it to your hand, special summon, and defense. During your main phase, you can banish this card from the graveyard, then target 1 Memento monster you control. If it attacks a defense position monster, inflict critical battle damage to your opponent. You can only use each effect once per turn. So play 3 of those. 2 Memento Fusion. During your main phase, fusion summon 1 Memento from your extra deck. Use the monsters from your hand or field material, including the Memento monster. If a monster in your position is destroyed by card effect this turn, you can also shuffle Memento monsters from your graveyard into the deck as material. During your main phase, you can banish this card from the graveyard, destroy 1 monster you control, and if you do, add 1 Memento spell / trap deck to your hand. You're gonna use each effect once per turn. Play 1 Fiendsmith track, add 1 light monster from your deck to your hand, then discard 1 card. You can banish this card from your graveyard, fusion summon 1 Fiendsmith fusion monster from your extra deck, use the monsters from your hand to field, and you're gonna use once per turn. 3 Forbidden Droplet, 3 Infinite Permanents. Then we have the Memento Trap, Cranium Burst. While you control Memento monster, your opponent monsters that can attack must attack the Memento monster you control with the highest attack. Their choice is tied. When your opponent activates a monster effect on the field set during damage step, you can target 1 Memento combined creation you control. It loses exactly 1,000 attack / defense, and if it does, negate activation. You can only activate this effect once per turn. So let's get into the extra deck. Extra deck, we have 2 Memento Creation King, 3 Memento monsters. You can banish this card from your graveyard, add 1 Memento Chilling from your deck to your hand. You cannot activate the following effects of Creation King in the same chain. If this card fuses something, you can send 3 Memento cards from your deck or extra deck to the graveyard. Quick effect: target an equal number of Memento monsters you control and cards your opponent control, destroy them. You can only use each effect once per turn. So we play 1 Memento Twin Dragon, 1 Fiendsmith Lacrima. This is basically a burn card. 1 Fiendsmith Desiree, basically a negate card. We have 1 Area Eater, 1 Necro Princess, just 1 Guardian Chimera, very interesting. 1 Beatrice, Lady of the Eternal, 1 Fiendsmith Sequence, 1 Fiendsmith Requiem, 1 Moon of the Closed Heaven, 1 SP Little Knight, 1 Appaloosa, 1 Cross Sheep. Let's get into the side deck. Side deck, we played 3 Molcharming Perilia, 1 Bestial Magnemite, 2 Bestial Druid Worms, 1 Call by the Grave, 1 Harpy's Feather Duster, 1 Change of Heart, 3 Solemn Judgment, 1 there can only be 1 Anti-Spell Fragrance, and 1 Memento Fracture Dance. If you control Memento monster, target 1 card in the field, destroy it. Then if you control Memento Combined Creation, you can destroy 1 more card in the field. When attack is declared involving your Memento monster and an opponent's monster, you can banish this card from the graveyard. All monsters your opponent currently controls lose 1,000 until the end of this turn. 1,000 attack until the end of this turn. You can lose each effect of Memento Fracture Dance once per turn. So that is basically it for the deck profile. A very, very interesting list. I'm proud of this player for topping with this deck, something different and very, very creative. Shout out to Clifton Land. Like, comment, subscribe. This your boy Yu-Gi-Oh. We are out.